Recap Roman's story with you is called Lady Macbeth from 2016. Subscribe to the channel and put a like. It will help promote the video. Thank you. A young girl named Catherine is given in marriage to a man much older than her. Before going to bed, the girl is taken care of by a maid named Anna. Left alone, Catherine waits for her husband, who enters the room and immediately makes it clear that the girl will stay at home all the time and not go anywhere. After Alexander's demand to take off her shirt, Catherine undresses, after which the man turns off the light and lies down in bed. In the morning, sitting on the windowsill, the girl looks out the window, so the first day of her new life flies by. A day later, the next morning, Anna comes to Catherine's room to open the shutters on the windows. Catherine is very bored with such a gray and boring life, and from the entertainment of the girl, only a window overlooking the nature, as well as the fireplace looking at which Catherine constantly falls asleep. From such a way of life, the girl quickly gets tired. Not waiting for the end of dinner, Catherine goes to her room. This does not like Boris, Alexander's father. About this, he expresses himself to Catherine, demanding the girl not to fall asleep without her husband. Catherine is followed by Anna, whom Boris orders to see to the fulfillment of his request. After a while, a drunken Alexander appears in the room, demanding that Catherine remove her shirt and sit down next to the fireplace. Turning to face the wall as her husband demands, Catherine hears behind her the sound of stretching pants. Then Alexander takes up manual labor. In the morning, Catherine questions Boris about where her husband has gone. According to the old man, in one of the mines belonging to the family, there was an explosion where Alexander went. Tomorrow Boris is also going on business to London, so the girl will have to be alone in the estate for a while. As soon as the old man leaves the house, Catherine immediately goes outside for the first time in a long time, breathing fresh air. In the morning, Anna and another maid leave the house, and Catherine, as usual, falls asleep in front of the fireplace, but wakes up from the screams outside. Coming out of the house, the girl hears voices in one of the buildings. Going inside, Catherine finds the farm workers and Anna wrapped in a sheet hanging in the middle of the room. Sebastian points at Anna and says that they are weighing the pigs. Catherine orders the girl to be released, then informs him that since they have spent Alexander's time and money on this entertainment, the girl will now look after them. Returning home, Catherine learns the name of the impertinent employee who only recently came to them. In the morning, the girl goes for a walk again, meeting Sebastian. His words that the house is on the other side, Catherine ignores, smiling coquettishly. As night falls, the girl hears a knock on the door. Opening it, Catherine finds Sebastian, who says that he is dying of boredom. The girl tries to close the door, but the guy gets into her room. Having cornered Catherine, Sebastian tries to kiss her, but the girl pushes the guy away. After that, she pounces on him with kisses. Hungry for male flesh is the first morning in this house when the girl wakes up happy. From that day on, they meet stealthily with Sebastian to satisfy their needs. While picking mushrooms in the early morning, Anna meets Sebastian walking his dogs. The girl hints that his secret meetings with the mistress may end badly, but in response she receives only threats. As night falls, Sebastian comes to Catherine again, which the maid sees through the keyhole. In the morning, Anna enters Catherine's room, opening the casement to tell her that Lester Sr. has returned from a trip to London. At dinner, Boris asks Anna to bring him the champagne that Catherine drank in the man's absence. Without revealing her mistress, the maid is humiliated by Lester Sr., who forces the girl to get on all fours like a beast. Learning of Catherine's adultery, Boris goes to the barn where he beats Sebastian, and then orders him locked up. Catherine learns of this and demands that the old man release the worker, for which she receives a slap from Lester. Another of their quarrels ends with Boris going to his room, and Catherine props up the door with a chair. After that, the girl asks Anna to sit next to her, as she does not like to dine alone. Starting to ask the maid about her family, Boris starts knocking on the door, saying that he is not feeling well, but Catherine orders Anna to sit down and not to open the door. As soon as the screaming and banging subsides, Catherine sends the maid to fetch the doctor and runs to the barn where Sebastian is locked up. The doctor arrives and confirms the death of Lester Sr. Sometime later, Catherine receives a letter from Alexander, who cannot come to her father's funeral. The girl is sure that Alexander hated his father, and that is the reason. After burying Lester Sr., Catherine almost openly begins to meet with the guy, and the maids discuss the death of the master, in which Anna blames herself because that day Boris ate mushrooms that collected the girl, because of which she lost the power of speech. Catherine tells Sebastian about it, assuring him that the maid will not be able to tell her master anything because of her illness. The girl confesses her love to the guy, saying that as long as she lives, she will never part with him and will follow him anywhere, even to the other world. One night, Catherine wakes up from a noise. Looking out the window, she notices Alexander's horse. Waking Sebastian, Catherine sends him to the back room, and she waits for her husband, telling him that she woke up from the sounds of the horse. Looking at Catherine, Alexander notices that she is noticeably rounded, not what it was before his departure. The girl goes for tea, at the drinking of which Alexander admits that the rumors about the girl's infidelities have reached him, and for that he threatens to throw out Sebastian. Since Alexander knows everything, Catherine goes to the back room to get the guy. She puts on the bed. After taking off his pants, Catherine climbs on top of Sebastian in front of Alexander. A furious Lester beats the girl and then starts fighting with Sebastian, but Catherine grabs the lace and kills her husband, the breathless body of which Sebastian buries in the woods. To hide the traces of Alexander's return, Catherine takes her husband's horse into the woods, where she kills the animal. Since then, Sebastian is tormented by insomnia, but Catherine claims that Alexander himself wanted to kill the guy, but they beat him to it. Now they have the right to live a happy life, which a few days later is disturbed by a woman named Agnes. She brings a boy named Teddy to Catherine's house, informing her that he is the son and heir of Lester Jr., who dated Teddy's mom. Catherine can't believe it, but Agnes has official documents to prove it. Sebastian believes that the woman is lying about Teddy, since Alexander could only have gotten his hand pregnant. With the boy's presence in the house, Sebastian refuses to see Catherine. If they are spotted, the boy will have to leave, so while Teddy is here, Catherine will have to forget about seeing him. Watching the boy and the maid playing in the morning, Catherine notices Sebastian walking with Anna. The girl runs out into the street, where Teddy starts pestering her. Catherine pushes him away and the boy runs away in tears. Catherine returns to her room, where the maid comes to tell her that they can't find Teddy. The whole staff goes to look for the boy, whom Sebastian finds at the waterfall. Looking at the boy and the turbulent river, a sinister plan is brewing in the boy's mind, but his conscience takes over. Sebastian brings Teddy to the house, where he is scolded by Agnes for asking him to bring the boy a blanket, as he has a bad cold. Unwilling to endure the humiliation, Sebastian is about to leave the manor, telling Catherine about the perfect opportunity to kill the Leicester hare, which he has not taken, but Catherine asks him to wait. Entering the room where Agnes is on duty at Teddy's bedside, Catherine convinces the woman to sleep while she keeps an eye on the boy. When Agnes leaves, Catherine lets Sebastian into the room through the window, with whom they dispose of the little hare. Sitting down next to Teddy, Catherine waits for dawn until Anna appears in the room. At the same time, Sebastian weeps guiltily over Alexander Lester's grave, then rushes to the manor house, where Catherine tricks the doctor into falling asleep, and when she wakes up, Teddy is already dead. Pointing to the fresh bruises of the boy, the doctor asks Catherine if someone could not penetrate into the room while the girl was sleeping, and at this moment avoids Sebastian, who confesses to the crime committed while giving away in Catherine, and tells the doctor and the detective about the murders of Alexander and Boris Lesterov, whom Catherine poisoned with mushrooms. The girl refuses, saying that the mushrooms were always picked by Anna, and Sebastian went to the woods with the maid every morning. It is possible that Anna poisoned Lester, for the day before the old man had beaten Sebastian severely and locked him in the barn. Anna can refute if it is not so, But the maid, after the death of Boris Lester, lost the power of speech and cannot confirm or deny anything, because of which she and Sebastian are exiled to penal servitude, after which the rest of the servants leave the estate, leaving a pregnant Catherine alone in the house. This is the end of the story. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe and put a like. It will help promote the channel and videos. Thanks and bye.